man.
Well, two honks and Kim just messing around. You'll never know what they talk about on two honks. Two honks and Kevin. You might hear something about the NBA. Maybe they'll just make your day on two honks and Kevin. It's sports and life and family too. Let's all listen to two honks and a Kevin. Yeehaw! Just crap my pants.
All right. It is September 29th. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to play again. So the last show of September of 2021. Today we got Kevin and Blake. No special guest this week.
We are the special guest.
We are the special guest.
Yep.
You are special to me.
It's good times. Yeah, I've had to deal. I think I was telling Blake I've had to deal with a sick child. Man, kindergarten sucks because kids get sick. I kind of remember my son going through this, but my daughter is especially whiny when she gets sick. So it's just like part of me feels bad for her, and the other part just wants to, strangle her.
Right.
like suck it up type of thing.
Yeah, if you're too mean, they'll cry. So you got to be.
I know. Yeah, especially with girls.
Yeah, it's like everything, dude. Like she has this thing now where she's so miserable. She'll say this really pitiful thing. Whatever's going on is going on, and she'll look at us and she'll say, "Help me."
Oh God.
and your heart kind of breaks.
Yeah.
Help me.
Yeah. Just imagine her walking into your guys' room and you guys are asleep and she's like, "Help me." You're just like, "What?" So now does it go deeper than that? Like, is there like is she afraid of anything, or is it just like she just doesn't know how to
she just
word
feels
it?
like crap, and like in her words, why is this happening to me? Like
Absolutely.
She doesn't understand, like, you're just sick, you just got germs, and just get over the hump. Like, it's, like when we're sick, we're like, all right, just, either one of two things. You can either power through it, which sometimes we can, or you just lay on the couch until it passes.
Yeah.
Depending on the severity of it, right?
Right. Take some medicine, take some vitamins, and drink some water, and hope it helps,
Well,
so
let's not
There's
try to
bad cold going around, though, because it put us down for like a week and a half. So.
What did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of did the same thing, and we went and got COVID tests and stuff like that, and we were good, but like got all in your chest and stuff. I think it when it first got cold, and like the weather changed, and me and the wife were sick, and it felt like it was forever.
Yeah, I got the whole. I think it's just allergies. A lot of it is, know. So did you guys have to get her tested for COVID?
She had a fever and a sore throat, and which is like it's all cold. Like it's
right.
That's what sucks, but it's like, okay, I got to be sure. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got to make sure what I'm up against is what it is, and and I don't think. Don't quote me on this, but I don't think the school will let you back in if you call out due to being sick unless you have a negative COVID test. So I think we have to give her one anyways, which is not a huge deal because like we called her doctor at 4 and got her in at 4:45. So we were good. Like she's already been tested. We'll have the results tomorrow. So regardless of what happens, you can't go back to school within 20.
Right. Some schools are like that. Some jobs are like that right now too.
Hold on.
And my job is like that. They sent a memo out. It was like, don't bring your shit in here if it's COVID or not. We don't.
Yeah. Which is cool with me because how there's always that guy that goes to work sick anyway.
Oh, dude,
and like
that one
everybody
guy
gets sick.
That's a little bit tougher than everything else, so he's got to bring his bullshit to you.
Absolutely.
He can't breathe, but he's refusing it's COVID. He's like, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
He's refusing that he has a cold, and it's like, dude, stay home.
Yeah.
He's like,
how many days does she have to sit out?
So she had a fever today, so she definitely cannot go back tomorrow. So that's old policy. That's policy in general.
Right.
But with the COVID thing, she can't go back until she's got a negative test, which will probably show up tomorrow afternoon. The test will show up.
Right.
Well, it's probably going to be a negative test, and the fever's going, right, Richard?
That's what we're hoping for. She'll be back
Yeah.
on Friday. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like it just drains you, man. Like sick kids drain you.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's work.
We're pretty fortunate, man. I feel like our kids never get sick, and maybe it helps because they're homeschooled. They're not around
Yeah.
a bunch of other kids. But I can't even tell you the last time they've had a sniffle. To be honest with you, we're pretty fortunate with that right now.
During the stage that Richard's in, the kindergarten first stage, like Liv was getting sick, and like we would just get sick because we were getting the exposure too, and it was just like left and right, like so it legit happens. Yeah,
it sounds like they need a kindergarten vaccine.
Yeah, right.
Probably do. Yeah.
Normal. I remember the first time I sent my son to preschool just for like a day. Like he was like 4 and we needed to send him to preschool for a day because something was wrong with grandma. So we just were like, I would send him to preschool for a day. It'll be good. He'll have fun he'll maybe make some friends. Dude came home with hand, foot, mouth disease or whatever it is.
Ah, yeah.
Dang.
One. I'm just like, what?
Yeah. That's a rough one too.
It was not fun. It was not fun.
That's crazy. The next day he comes back with lice. You're just like, whoa, what is going on?
We've had the lice thing too. So
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Man,
he had lice in kindergarten.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember my sister got lice, I think a couple times growing up, but my wife and I had a case of the bed bugs,
What?
which is the worst, and it makes you feel like you're dirty.
Yeah.
You know, we're not 100% sure where they came from. We kind of think it was a family that we were watching. I mean, regardless of where it came from, after we got it and we learned all about bed bugs and how they destroy stuff and have to clean everything and yada yada yada, they made it sound like they get phone calls all the time for bed bugs now, and you can get them at hotels, anywhere. You just put your bag down and you bring it back home and you take it home. It gets into your couch. But how it started was this was when Addie, was it Addie? I think Addie. Wait, this might have been Ella. Crap, I can't remember. It's been so long ago. One of my babies.
Kids, man.
Yeah, I know, right? I think it was Addie. We had this room for her, and this chair that Nika would always rock her in, and then Nika kept talking about having like little bites on her, and like and then like the next day she'd say she had bites on her, but I never got bit. I never had anything on me, and then one day she just like was just checking the creases of the couch and the bed and all that, and sure enough, man, we had a Sleep Number bed. We threw that away. We probably could have saved it, but it was just like my wife was like, "Nope, out. Everything's out. No chance." Yeah, yep. So we got rid of a chair. I think our couch was okay, but I mean, we did. I remember my parents coming helping us. We went to the laundry mat. Everyone just brought as many quarters as they had, and we just started feeding that bad boy, just washing all of our clothes, pillowcases. Yeah, man, it was gross, dude. So that's probably the worst thing we've.
Yeah, bed bugs. You don't want bed bugs and mold in your house because that costs a lot of money. And it's hard to get rid of. I know when we go to hotels and stuff like that, we don't even really take our clothes out of the bags, and we like always bring a blanket to put over the bed. Like we don't ever get into the bed. Like,
oh really?
It weirds me out. Yeah. It weirds me out.
It weirds me out too, but man. It's like it is what it is. It's like what are you gonna do? Just hope that everything's clean.
It's gross.
So, Blake, your wife is currently hosting Pampered Chef. Is it a Zoom call she's doing?
Yeah. I was Kevin before we got on. I was telling Richard my wife was in there doing some Zoom calls. She made these. Excuse me. She made these like kind of like apple turnover type things. It's basically like a croissant with cinnamon on it, and she filled it with fruit and stuff and chocolate. It's freaking phenomenal. So I don't know what exactly it is. It's something for Pampered Chef, but she's doing a Zoom call, and she had to make the dessert. So now I guess, I don't know. I got her light set up.
You get like she just gives like instructions and stuff, like she's on the cooking show.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Just kind of showing off, the Pampered Chef products and whatnot. And so she's in there doing that right now, just on the other side of the door.
She should get her on TikTok.
I actually told her that. Yeah, she doesn't have TikTok yet, but I'll have to put that peer pressure on her.
Get that network.
In your TikTok account, you could put like a link, like link trees, and you could put like promos and stuff like that in your account.
Really?
So yeah, she could do all that. She could sell stuff straight from her TikTok account.
Yeah, Instagram's like that
nice.
though too, right? Is Instagram shopping and stuff like that?
I don't know anything about Instagram, but yeah, I mean, probably I would assume so. They probably all have that thing.
Well, like some of those sites, especially like Facebook, like when she's trying to recruit people and she's sending messages and sending links and yada yada yada, like she has to do it in this long formatted way to get it so Facebook won't take her down, because she'll send out like maybe 50 messages of the exact same thing. Well, Facebook will know that it's a promotional thing, or it's a way of someone's trying to make money. Someone's trying to make money off of Facebook, and they'll take it down, which is, like, how much money do you need, Facebook?
I know, right?
Do you need all the billions? Like, can we not get $1?
She could just tell people to go to her bio and click the link tree and go to Linktree, and then they can go to whatever link she has in there.
Whatever website she has, and it has the same thing. Yeah.
So what's Linktree?
So Linktree is basically a site that you have. So you have a single website with all of your links, if that's what she wants to do. So if she does have multiple links, or she could just have one link, whatever she wants to do. So
right.
People will have a link tree, and on the link tree, they'll have their merch, they'll have their ticket sales, they'll have whatever. Yeah, whatever they have going on.
Okay.
Or if she just wants a basic link, she could just put a link in her bio, and then they can click right on the link tree. But
it's kind of how like Podbeam is like our thing, right? Like you just click on that, and wherever you want to listen, it does. Yeah.
RSS. Yeah, it'll hook her up.
Okay, I'll have to look into that too, because I have to look that into for photography or something. But I've tried to tell her, because I mean, especially with cooking, man, everyone loves to cook, so she could just take 4 or 5 quick pictures of whatever she's doing, and boom, here's the final product. She does it for her own like Facebook page, but
she make a quick 3-minute video with her Pampered Chef stuff and be like, this is what I made with these Pampered Chef things, and this is what I made. This is how I made it. Do a quick 3-minute blurb.
Click the link. Click the link below.
I mean, a lot of times I'm sitting there looking at cooking videos like that. It's like 1 minute, and you're like, hey, that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have used a lot of cooking stuff on TikTok, dude. Like a lot of my recipes now have come from TikTok people.
It's amazing what you can learn in just like a 30-second video or a minute video, however long. Does TikTok have a limit on their videos?
3
minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
When you first start, I think it's a minute. Then I think once you hit either a certain amount of videos or a certain amount of followers, it ticks up to 3.
Okay.
That's interesting. I sent you guys that one of my cousin, man. She does them all the time. She tries to do some funny stuff. Shout out to Jada that doesn't listen, but that's okay. Hey, I was going to ask you at the beginning of the intro, did you take off? Kevin, we don't care what.
Actually, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about. So thank you for.
We're gonna get canceled.
I did not take off, but you guys were just typically you guys talk over it, so it's not a big deal. I'm not giving you shit, but typically it's not heard because you guys talk over it. But I wanted to verify that Kevin still wants that up.
Let's explain. Let's explain. So there was an episode. I don't know how far long ago, where we were talking about music and an R. Kelly song got brought up, and Kevin said, man, we don't care what R. Kelly did, as a joke.
Still listen to the music, man.
Yeah. So we put it into our intro, but now, I mean, this guy is one of the biggest pieces of crap in the world. It sounds like from a few allegations that.
But we've always known this. We've always known this.
That's what.
It's the same with John Jones. We've always known this.
Yeah.
So
but see, that's what's.
Sorry, don't mean to talk over. Like I was just gonna say. Here's the thing, though. Kevin's kind of right. We don't, because I looked at his Spotify account. He's got 5 million monthly listeners.
Yeah.
So we don't care what R. Kelly does.
I looked at Netflix today, and that Surviving R. Kelly is now trending again because of everything that's going on.
That's how it works.
In terms of the royal, we don't care.
Yeah, right. But you get like a sports commentator that makes one comment that's semi-racist, and they lose their whole career. But this guy's been peeing on 14-year-olds. There's video of it. It's been out for years, and he's still not in jail.
Yeah,
It's crazy, man.
it's
So
amazing. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of honey bun money off of Spotify in prison. That's for sure. If you,
yeah,
So he's facing what 20 years, and then
oh
he has
no,
more. He has more stuff coming, right?
so I think they said 40 years was the max, is what I heard. And then he has charges 40.
40. Okay.
40 is what I've heard. And then I've heard he also has more charges coming to him from someplace in Illinois, and then someplace, I want to say Virginia. All
And once
basically
people
the same kind of thing.
can make money off of it, there's everybody and their sister's going to come out of the woodworks, I would assume.
Once the civil lawsuits start flying, yeah. I mean,
Right.
he's not going to have any honey bun money from his Spotify deal, so he's
It ain't gonna matter.
So, what do you think drives a man to just end up in that world? I mean, do you think it's just there's so much, they have so much exposure to sex to where it's just it just keeps upping itself, and before long you're peeing on
First of all, I think he's addicted to it. You know what I'm saying? It's like any addiction, right? And
right.
So you're trying to feed that addiction, and it's levels to the addiction. How much can I do? How much more can I feed it? What else can I conquer? Because he even said it in the song. I'm black and I sing and I'm rich and I can get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? He's said it in the song. So what else can I do? What can I do to level up? Right? It's all mental, man. Like he just wanted mental control over women, and that's what he did.
I also wonder if it becomes so easy for them to get women to where eventually they can, it sounds bad, but pimp them out, these women, to their friends, and then he's making more money off of these girls that are just thirsty. you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it sounds bad, but like, and then you get caught up in that world, just like if you get caught up in the drug business or something, then that's just a new world. And not, we've heard about it with the whole sex island and all that. That's obviously a big thing going on. There's, I know we've talked about the kidnappings the sex trafficking and all that. That's like, it seems like that's a huge market. This little underground market.
Yeah, was he pimping them out, or was he basically pimping them? Like, because isn't a pimping out, isn't that?
Yeah, it wasn't so much pimping it out. It was entrapment more than anything. He would find ways to keep them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he would find ways to keep them from contacting their family,
befriend them, and then get information on them. Kind of like the old Scientology thing.
It was a lot of trickery with it, to where it was entrapment, and they needed him more than anything.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was just one of those people that found comfort in that. Not only that, that's how he made his money. Like his songs are geared towards sex. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's what he attracts. So that's why it's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost makes you wonder, like, if he never had the fame, if he never had the, sang those songs about those sexual things, had all that attention, like, would he have had these? He probably wouldn't even had these desires, because they probably weren't even it probably wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even a thought, but then you go and experience everything in that world, and then eventually you're like, well, maybe I should mess around with younger girls, or and then it becomes that. And I don't get it. Like, I just don't know how you get, especially when you can have the finest women in the world because you're a famous person. Their DMs are filled every day. Someone would sleep with R. Kelly. Some woman in this world would,
still doing it. Yeah.
Still, still.
I was listening to something where they basically talked about how really famous people like R. Kelly, and they threw a couple other like famous, good-looking actors out there. I don't remember exactly what was said, but they talked about how it's always a game, and kind of what Kevin said. It's always a gamemanship of level up, right? Where it's like you take a guy, for instance, like Leonardo DiCaprio. All right, we'll take a totally different guy, right? Who can get any girl that he wants.
Right.
So what's the chase for him? Like, part of the thrill is the chase, right?
Yeah.
What's the chase for him at this point? Right. I mean, Blake, you say like you can get any girl you want, but let's be honest, like even us, regular dudes, like you kind of miss the chase.
Right. You like that attention. You like trying to get that person to like you.
It's the hunt.
And that's not that. I think that's in any relationship.
Yeah.
Any person you meet, it's not just a guy girl thing. But yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. But to them, their chase is levels above us at this point, right?
Oh yeah.
You gotta, in order for them to get whatever high they get, whatever dopamine they get from their chase, it's far different than what ours would be.
Yeah.
Right? Like our chase would be like maybe you're in the office and you say something flirtatious to some girl there or something, just something goofy.
Right.
Whereas
or she says something flirtatious to you, you're just like, oh wow.
whatever it would be, right? As innocent as it is. But then you got somebody like, not that he does this, but you got somebody like DiCaprio who can get the finest women in the world.
Yeah.
Right? That's nothing to that guy. So what kind of work does he probably do to get a chase? Not that he does anything, but you can almost be like, maybe,
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of where the thing with R. Kelly came, was like, it was so easy for him. The dude got Aaliyah. He got, like, it was easy for him. So he needed more. And same thing with drugs, right? It's like, that's why people overdose on drugs, is because they're looking for that next big high, right? They're looking for that next thing that made them feel that same way they felt the first time they did it.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's why eventually you overdose.
Yeah.
So I feel like
and then attach the power with it. So, hey, this person said that I did this, but I went to court and beat that. Oh, I can do whatever I want, So then, hey, I'm unbeatable. I'm unstoppable. I can keep doing this. I can keep manipulating women, keeping trapping them, and they can't do anything because I'm this big figure. Everybody thinks that I'm good. I sang "I Believe I Can Fly," and I got all this money. Like, I'm just being for real.
He's gonna wish he could fly in jail.
Yeah, and nobody can touch me. That's how it's lasted so long.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And look, and we've seen it happen with athletes. I mean, I think we just mentioned John Jones. I mean, it's another example. For those that don't know, I don't know if y'all read that article. Like, me, I don't read too many articles, but I was just like, it makes me mad, man. You've got a daughter, apparently, for those that don't know what happened, John Jones got inducted into the Hall of Fame, first of all, for a fight he had with Alex Gustafsson. I can't say his last name.
Gustafsson. Right.
we all three butchered it.
It's all good.
Together we got it.
Yes.
Anyways, they had an incredible fight. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame. He's in Vegas. From what the report said, he gets back to his hotel where his wife and I think he has 3 daughters. I don't know if they all were there or not. But he told her, I'm taking $10,000 and I'm going to the strip club. I mean, he's really making it rain with that $10,000, if you ask me. So anyways.
So did she get pissed off?
No. Well, I don't know. So according to the report, he came back, I believe it was like 1:00 in the morning, and they had an altercation, and the daughter said, we need to call the cops. And then and she tried to get the room key changed. His fiance of 17 years tried to get the room key changed. And then when the cops came, she had some blood on her lip, and they found a little bit of blood like elsewhere. She basically said that he got a little bit rough with me, so didn't really call him out. So when I read that, I was just like, she's just living in fear. You know what I'm saying?
Well, something I read sounded like something like they found something on her scalp or something, like where he pulled her hair or something like that.
Yeah, he said that he pulled. She basically, from what I read too, was that she said the only thing that she gave was that he pulled her hair, and then they noticed her lip, and then that's when
she tried to.
He may have been a little rough, and then they found blood on the bed sheets.
Yeah, but she tried to say that the blood on her lips was because her lips were chapped.
Yeah,
when you read those comments, it's like she's trying to cover for him, and
Yeah.
You know, once again, man, we've seen this guy's track record. Like, he's obviously just a piece of crap person, and he just continues to oh snap, here she comes. Honey, we were talking about you. We were talking about your chef. Look at my girl.
Oh,
Yo,
what we got?
oh, hold on.
Hold on.
I know, hold on. Oh, now I got to figure out how to do this. You know, this will take 35 minutes. Hold on.
Blake's whole thing is about to shut down right
Hold on.
now.
Let me get the. Stop talking, Kevin. Can't even hear you. Let's see here. Internal speaker. Is that right?
Yeah. Good.
Hey, there we go.
All right.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So good.
This is your first time on the
How
show.
many calories is that, Richard?
Oh man, that's at least 700 calories a pop.
Which one's which?
I don't know. We've got
Dude, they look
apple pie, blueberry, strawberry, chocolate chip.
Ah, blueberry all day.
Which one's which? You don't know?
It's a surprise.
This is like an elephant ear, dude.
Oh my lord.
All right, here we go.
All right.
Ooh, did you get strawberry?
Oh my god, it's so cool. Awesome. I'm gonna make this for the fight night.
All right.
She's gonna make this for the fight night.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect with some coffee.
Oh, bro.
Robbie will want some coffee with it.
Yeah, he will. That's good. Mm-hmm. All right, you better get these out of here.
All right. I wish you guys could have one.
Thank you.
They're all for me.
Oh.
Hey, come here. Richard said that you need to do a TikTok for your Pampered Chef.
Yeah.
It's addictive, I'm saying people will look at it.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want another thing to have to check.
But Richard, explain it to her.
Explain it.
Yeah, well, all you really have to do is you make a couple videos a day. You really could make one long video and cut it up into 3 pieces, and then you'd have your 3 videos a day, and just kind of show what you cook with Pampered Chef. Show the items, and then just say, to purchase these things, you can click on my link in my bio, and then go to your store, and hopefully you take off and you get some followers, and I tell you, I have seen a lot of recipes on TikTok, and I've bought a few things that people have recommended off of they call it the food TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Food talk.
So yeah, it's really popular.
How do you even get it going? Like, if you start it, nobody's watching you. Like, how do you start getting people to watch you?
So yeah,
you put the hashtags in there, right? The For You hashtag
in there, or you put it on your current media platforms. You can put it on Facebook. I know, I would probably have some people follow you. Blake would. I mean, you get a small following to start out with, and then go from there.
I'd have to ask her if I could buy something. I'm just kidding.
No, we get it for free.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You would have to hit up Olivia. She knows all the hashtags. Like, there's daily hashtags, the popular hashtags for the day, and that's what everybody looks at that day.
Yep.
And it's in everybody's For You. It's the easiest thing to get followers out of the platforms, I think.
And there are also people out there, all they do is get you followers. So like what happens is all they do is they have live streams and they follow each other. That's all they do. So
people have no lives.
That is, yeah. I've seen some of the live streams, or like I'll see that someone's going live or whatever. But yeah, that might be a good idea. Well, and then if you've got other Pampered Chef people, you probably should find other Pampered Chef people on TikTok.
Yeah, network with, absolutely.
Follow them. They follow you. They share your stuff. Yeah, it becomes a thing. It's just like anything. That's what all that's about, is just finding people to click on your stuff,
If I get one, would you guys be my first followers?
I'm down.
All right. I'll make you guys some of these.
Yeah.
Get these away from me.
I can get a turnover for my follow.
For your what?
Do what?
Give me one of those for my follow, and it's a deal.
For your follow. Yeah.
I got you. All right. Have a good night, guys.
You too. Thank you.
All right. There's the wife.
Now it's going to take an hour for you to switch back.
I know,
For me to what?
For you to switch your audio back.
Oh, yeah. Crap. I forgot. I'm burning up in my garage right now. I ain't going to lie.
Is it hot in there?
Oh, yeah. I'm about to go open the door. Hold
on. Did you watch What If yet, Kevin? I haven't watched it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was the best one.
Is it? I'm gonna check it out. Hey, I've heard that if you watch Venom this week, and by chance, Kevin, I've heard the end credit is insane. Like there are NDAs out there that people have to sign before they watch the movie.
Really?
They won't spoil
What?
Yeah. There's so many movies coming out, man. I can't even. I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I've been waiting on my daughter.
It was good. I enjoyed it. My wife actually really enjoyed it too, which is like, all right, well, that's cool. Like she really enjoyed it. Like not just like oh, decent. She was like, it was really freaking good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Have you guys
got a question for you guys about the conversation earlier. You guys think John Jones is done?
He's already out there doing the PR machine today, talking about how he's gonna stop drinking alcohol and gonna join AA. And
we've heard this stuff.
We've heard it.
But the thing is, if his wife doesn't press charges, he's not.
So, it doesn't matter anyway.
He can't do anything.
The funniest part is that he got a felony for headbutting the cop car.
Oh yeah.
For
and they
damaging.
said that it was damage. Yeah.
And he also told the cops, "I would like to know if you took these handcuffs off of me, if I could take all you on."
Was there 12 of them or something? Like there's.
Yeah, and he probably could. That's what's scary, dude. If I was those cops, I'd be like, tase them. Like there's the thought of it. So, hey. Well, you guys are talking about a show. Have you guys watched Manifest?
My wife has. I've heard about it, and it just sounds goofy. Like
it has its moments. Like we're watching.
So what is it about?
Basically, this family is traveling home, and they're at the airport, and the flight gets overbooked. So three of the family members go on one plane, the other three go on another plane, or however many else go on another plane. On the way there, the one plane that had the three on there, which was a boy and then a brother and a sister, but the brother and sister was older. It was the brother's son that was on the plane. They go through this crazy turbulence. It's reported that this plane is gone. No one knows where this plane is for 5 years. This plane is gone.
Amy's watched this. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then basically this plane, it lands, it's just basically it's like back in the sky all of a sudden after 5 years.
Yeah.
And of course, the airport or whatever is like, holy cow, is this the plane that was lost 5 years ago? So it talks about all these people that have landed. Now they're going back to their normal lives, but it's been 5 years. So, some wives have actually moved on, because they think that their family member's gone, and all that. So it plays on that part of people's lives, but then it kind of comes to be that everyone that's had this happen to them have some type of calling. So they'll hear something, or they'll have this flashback of something. So they'll have to go. So that's it's 3 series. So I think it's just gonna be one of those shows that just keeps tagging you along until you figure out who the controller is, or who the whatever. So I don't know. Me and getting into shows, I struggle with them, but there are moments where I'll look at my wife, I'll go, this is so stupid, and then I have moments where I'm like, ooh, I really want to know what's going to happen. Awesome. So awesome. Yeah. So I didn't know.
Amy's watched that.
Okay, I didn't know if that was ever a popular one. I think my brother-in-law and Lindsay has watched it too.
No, the only thing I know about it was that NBC canceled it, or whoever did it canceled it, and then,
really?
Netflix decided to pick it up, and then after people petitioned, Netflix agreed to do one final season.
Oh, really? So it's got a little bit of popularity.
Yeah, all 4 or 5 seasons currently were from NBC, and Netflix agreed to do one final season so they can get closure on their show.
Oh wow, that's interesting. Huh? Yeah, I hope it does. I think my parents have watched it too, and my dad, I think he said, "There you go." After a while, it just kind of got old. Like, stop tagging me along.
It would be one of those shows where you kind of get exhausted from the premise. Like they keep it's just the same thing over and over and over.
Yes. Yeah. That's kind of how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah. Just different people.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Although I watched professional wrestling for the past 20 years. So what?
Yeah. Right. Who am I to talk? Yeah.
Same story, same people.
That's right.
Yeah. I wanted to say this earlier. Kevin, you had a big breakthrough this week. you mentioned about your daughter, that you got blindsided about. Let's talk about this.
So Friday night, it was a football game. We were meeting a couple that we hang out with because my daughter's best friends with her, and they all go to school together, right? So we meet up to have pizza. Probably I'd say about 5 o'clock. My daughter's been home since 3:30, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we go to meet up. We're sitting there talking. Hey, come here. Nah, come here, for real. I'm talking about you right now. Nah, come here. Come here. Shut the door. For real. All
That's
right.
what's up.
So
Hey, make sure she can hear us.
hold on.
What up, Olivia? Yeah, she can't hear us.
Nah, she can't hear you yet. All right, speak now. Can she hear you now?
Can you hear us?
What's up, Olivia?
She's not gonna answer.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us, Kevin?
Yeah.
Oh, something changed.
All right, can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear us?
All right. Yeah, I can hear you. So this character right here, we go to go eat, and the mom goes, "Hey, did Olivia tell you yet?" And we're like, "What?" And she said she has a date to the homecoming dance that is this weekend. And we're like, "What?" And we look at her, and Olivia's like, "I forgot to tell you guys." You know what I'm saying? So we're asking about the boy and all this stuff. And it turns out he plays football. We had to go to the football game. And I kind of like spy double agent on him. But yeah, she's going to the homecoming dance this weekend, first dance. She's got to pick out clothes this weekend. Picked up some bands.
That's what's up. Oh, yeah. Got them Doc Martens and told you to work overtime.
Yep. You want to tell them about the stuff you got? Can you hear it?
What kind of Vans did you get, Olivia? What kind of Vans did you get?
I got like high top Vans, and they like have like blue in them and stuff. I don't know.
Oh, nice. They're high top, you said?
Yeah.
That's what's up. And you got Doc Martens?
Yep.
Doc Martens used to be the shoe to have when we were in high school.
Mhm.
So they're back, I guess. So hold on, tell me about this.
Back.
So is this a boyfriend? No. She's like, I said, so hold on, tell me about this. I go, is this a boyfriend? She goes, and walked away.
Yeah, I guess
get her away.
I guess so.
They were in that talking stage. Do you guys remember the talking stage? How long is the talking stage, bro?
I don't even know what the stages are anymore.
I don't either. I don't think I ever did know.
Yeah, for real.
Right. It's like, are we friends or not? That's how it is.
Yeah.
Right? It is funny to watch. Like I'm seeing Ella kind of, she's 12. Like one of her other friends is always talking about like this boy at swim and stuff. And, like Ella just kind of laughs about it, but doesn't really act like she's, interested in anybody. But it's just funny to watch where it's like their maturity just hits this age where it just becomes he's kind of cute, or he's kind of cute, But we were at dinner the other day, and we were talking about some of the girls that Ella swims with, and Nika and I were asking her, like, what do your friends say about us? And she goes, she starts laughing. I was like, what? I was like, one of your friends talking about me? And she goes, yeah, one of them said, you're not cute, but you're not ugly. And I was like,
what the hell?
Hey, as long as I'm in the middle, I got a shot, right?
I know. I go, hey, that's exactly how I feel. It's like I'm not the best looking. I'm not the best looking guy, but I can carry. I can do okay, I guess. So I thought it was pretty funny.
Dude, I literally felt like after that and finding all that out, I felt like I was just shot through a slingshot. Like okay, now, it starts now.
Now, yeah, is there part of it that's exciting?
Exciting for what?
Like just exciting, just to watch her grow in that aspect, right? Like showing, because look, we've all did it. We all, right? Yeah. We all had crushes. We all had, this is part of life, right?
I don't know. I don't know, but
I think it's different.
It's
I mean,
hard.
Like, yeah, I think having a girl is different because it's. I don't know. Like a girl, like if you have a girl, right? It's different because the whole thing is the girl's gonna find the guy and move away,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Your father, you don't really. So it's not. I don't think it would be exciting.
I think as a father, you feel like, hey, I'm your only protection, and now it's
Yeah.
like, now it's
Yeah.
like, what do I do? You know what I'm
Can
saying?
he
Like,
take me?
I
That's
get the key. You know what I'm saying?
Do I what? What'd you say, Kevin?
I said, I mean, like now it's like, what do you do? It's like, and like this is not as difficult as would it be. I would say like maybe a year or two from now, because like, hey, they're meeting at the dance. Like I'm still driving her to the dance. I still have some
Right.
sort of control. But what happens when I
Right.
lose all control? You know what I'm
Yeah, I know, dude. I
saying?
mean,
So that's just
but that's
one step closer to that stage for me.
I just feel like that's just. I mean, you just gotta trust. It's hard. I mean, it's like I always tell my wife. It's like everything that they're going through. It's like you have to remember that we went through that. Like we had those
Mhm.
temptations, we had those feelings, we had those confusions, we had those emotions, yada yada. So it's like it's trying to like teach them to do right and to respect themselves and they're be smart, right? I mean, don't get your heart broken. It's all that, but it's like I don't know, man. It's gonna
They
be.
still gotta learn.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I think we've talked about this before, where it's like, some dads act like, when that boy shows up on my doorstep, I'm going to answer the door with a shotgun and yada yada yada. Like, that's just not me. I want to make sure he likes us and and maybe in return respects, my daughters more and all that, But who knows? Maybe I'll show up with a shotgun.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this day.
Yeah. I think you just always see it's tough with you guys because of like all the different people she meets at school, and you don't really know like who they are. Or, that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't know the parents. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, but what's harder at the age? How old is she? 15. Your daughter?
14, about to be 15.
Almost 15. Okay.
Yeah.
What's harder, like having your daughter go out there at that age, or going out there like at the age of 20?
It would be this age.
You think so?
About 20. Hey, you're grown.
I know, but still.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but like still, just a 20-year-old out in college, out at night at the bars with a bunch of dudes. Ooh, see, those are going to be the nights that keep me up, probably.
You think so? Like,
yeah.
Up and nah, I don't think so. I don't think. I think it's harder now because the way you look at your kids, you're like, to you, they're still like this small little thing, right?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah. What do you think, Rich?
If we're still cool, and I'm still watching Marvel movies and stuff like that, and I'm like, hey, is all this gonna be taken away? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Right now, I think it would be easier at 20.
Okay. Yeah, maybe shit.
I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know how to take this. Well, I think a lot of it is. I mean, I think I trust my kid to. I hope I will trust my kid enough to know who they hang around, right? Because when we talk about they're going to be going out with a bunch of people and a bunch of dudes and all that, it's like I don't think my daughter's going to be going out with a bunch of dudes. I mean, she's probably going to have like a circle of friends that has dudes in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And
right.
I hope my daughter is smart enough to pick out the right ones that aren't going to be creepers,
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. It's such a hard thing to think about. It's like, dude, I still help my daughter take showers. Like, I'm not even.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah. You're not there yet.
You gotta wait.
My son, on the other hand, is like he's starting to have like little crushes and. Yeah, so he's starting to have the whole social thing where like a girl that he likes is dating his best friend, and it's like it's all kind of weird now. So,
oh man,
trying to help him.
I wish I had Jesse's girl,
dude. It's like I don't. Yeah, I just try to help him with that. And, like the best thing I told him was like, dude, I didn't even have a girlfriend in school because it's a waste of time. It's like you have to deal with this person and deal with this person's emotions that you're probably not even gonna know in 10 years. So like, why?
Right.
That's the thing, though, Richard. It's temporary now,
That-
and that's what I keep thinking too. Yeah, it's temporary.
Yeah, that's kind of what I tell them. Yeah.
But I felt like when I was in high school, though, like, oh my God, I gotta meet my wife. Like, I gotta meet, I'm in high school. I got all these people that age. I mean, I guess, high school is a little young to be really considering who's your wife, but I don't know. Like, I just remember when I would see people in relationships. Of course, I was so young and dumb. I'd be like, oh yeah, they'd probably get, they'll probably get married. They'll probably stay together after high school and blah 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 blah. But it's like, you're 16.
It's only
you
like
don't know
one
crap.
or two couples that do that ever.
It's like, bro, just come home and play Destiny, play Xbox. Don't even worry about that, man. Just grind your gear.
Dude, I
love Richard's parenting. He's like, don't worry about the hose.
Yeah, I honestly care
play
more
video
about
games.
I care more about my clique of friends than any of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and in the end, I mean, I've definitely kept you definitely keep your brotherhood connection, close or whatever. So that's funny, man. Yeah, it's interesting, dude. I remember those dances, those first dances.
And the horrible thing is, like, I can honestly sit here and say that if I had a boy, it'd be way different.
Oh, for sure.
Totally different. When Richard was just talking about Jacob and stuff like my thinking would be totally different. I'd probably be egging it on and be like, shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you'd be like, hey son, you got any pictures of her?
Yeah, you can say this to her.
Not in that way, but like let me see. Shut up. I know, right?
That's probably what hurt. That's probably what his dad is saying right now. Hey, dude, shoot your shot. Say this and this and this.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
She's gonna think you got game.
Yeah,
that's why I was teasing Olivia today. I was like, hey, so how do you ask you? And like, hey, was it like this?
How
like
old
this?
is this guy? How old is he?
They're same grade, 14.
So they're both in freshmen. Okay, that's good.
Oh
If
yeah,
like a junior or senior, I'd be kind of concerned. I'd be like,
nah.
And
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, see, that's different, man. That's
totally different. That's different.
Yeah.
Rules right there. Totally.
It's gonna be interesting.
I mean, it's a good experience. I mean, it's she seems smart enough.
But is she like all excited, or is it just a dance? I mean, or is it
just, like she's just in the middle about it. Like I feel like she's a little excited. And that's the backstory too, Blake and Richard. So they didn't have any dances last year. They didn't have any dances the year before because of COVID and stuff like that. So yeah, they're excited. Their friend group's excited. Hey, this is our first dance, first homecoming dance at the high school. So we didn't get to do any of this.
Yeah.
They're having it on the softball diamond. So
oh really?
Yeah, it's kind of a little different. It's kind of like a casual kind of dress, semi-casual. So that's why they're excited. So they need to be excited. It's your first dance. Like I don't even remember my first dance. So
have they known each other for a while?
Yeah. Since middle school. So they all hang in the same friend group. So.
Maybe it's
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, at least for Olivia, like I know this dude, I've known him for a while, so sure, why not?
Right.
That takes some of the stress off of it.
Yeah,
you know him.
Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, that's what it is. So that's this weekend. This Saturday. So you guys hear about me getting arrested and. You know what?
Yeah, Kevin headbutts a cop car. That's
Put
funny.
some money on my books, buddies.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I don't have that bailout money, so.
Did you guys remember your first dance? I don't remember that.
You remember Kate Sitzman?
Yeah.
I think that was my very first dance. She was in same thing, just a friend.
She was cool.
In a circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going with her. I went with to prom with Jenny Payne once. Of course, these are people that Richard doesn't know. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I think Jennifer Lesniak I went with one with. I know you know some of them. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see that, like when you sent that, Kevin sent a picture earlier to everyone listening of me and my boy Gerald. Is actually a yearbook picture of us boxing. And I mean, dude, like I totally forgot all about that. I couldn't believe you found that picture.
Hey, you know how I just found that site because Olivia had a game at a volleyball game at Crispus Attucks yesterday, and my dad went to that school, and so I don't ever remember seeing like high school pictures of them. So I found like this site that has like everybody yearbook stuff, and that's what got me into looking at that. So that was kind of cool.
Really? So you were able to just flip, like literally, like flipping through a yearbook?
Yeah. You go to that site, you look up whatever you want to look up, and you can flip through the whole thing.
Wow. So what? So you just put in school and then the year, and then just wow, that's pretty cool.
You can put in the person's name. So you can put in your name, and it'll give highlight searches and stuff like that. And that's all through the public library. Until you sent me that picture, I totally forgot that Gerald and I did that, but we were pretty good buddies. And I sent that picture to him, and I was like, dude, I can't believe we did this. And I remember thinking, like, I can't believe I'm getting ready to punch my friend. Like I remember being really nervous about doing it. Yeah. And then he texted me, he goes, yeah, I remember that too. But as soon as we hit each other, it was on. I was like, yeah, that's probably how it worked. I remember doing the I call it street boxing. The street boxing. And dude, I just remember, like, how did people not get hurt? I remember people hitting people on the back of the head.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Yeah,
we were doing it. We were doing it in my front yard before like football games. I can't believe my parents let me do that.
Anybody lose a tooth or get bloodied up or anything?
No, we probably hit like a bunch of little girls. We probably couldn't hurt. I would love to see video of that. It's probably just a bunch of crap.
Dude, just think if it was right now, there'd be so many TikToks of you getting laid out. Hey, I do remember when I was doing it, a dude got knocked out, and we had to take him to the med check right there on by the mall, by Greenwood Mall.
Yeah. Wow.
We did.
Yeah, I remember fighting
stitches in his forehead or something like that.
I remember. I feel like I've said this story before for some reason, but I remember fighting Tyler Purdue, and it was like there was a bunch of people around, and but once again, like I'm not a fighter at all, so like I can't even believe I did it because it's not my comfort zone. I'd rather just go have a cup of coffee or something. But anyways, we like squared up or whatever, and I remember like doing like a fake jab. And he just clocked me like right in my head. And I was like, well, crap. So then I just did a left and came over with a right and clipped him. And he like fell to the ground. And like, I remember feeling like, oh my God, it's over. Like I'm done. And he got up and he was like real pissed. And I just took my gloves off and I was like, nope. I was like, I'm not going to fight you if you're going to be pissed like that. I was like, I caught you. We're good, but I still could not believe it, man. I was like, yeah.
That's the thing. Even though you're play fighting, it's hard not to fight each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like, why even do it?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You signed up for it when you put the gloves on, I guess. But yeah, man.
Hey, I just knocked you on your butt. Hey, I'm not gonna fight you, everyone, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna fight you.
Because I knew it was about to become like real personal. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just like, dude, like, because I didn't want to turn it into I'm pissed, you're pissed. Now we're like, really trying to. I don't know. I just, like I said, I really wasn't much of a fighter. So.
If you're like any of my buddies, we would have brought that up later and be like, man, remember that time Blake laid you out?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was, I remember I think it was Aaron Hawthorne had video of it, but I never saw it. Yeah, I never saw it. So anyways, it's probably on MySpace somewhere.
Nah, that's not on MySpace. That's probably on an RCA camera right now.
Yeah, for real.
It's on VHS right now.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, that's crazy. Those are the days. Young and dumb.
Young and dumb. Richard, you ain't got no fight stories like that?
Nah, we used to we had a fight club in the military in the community bathrooms. So we would invite other squads over, and we fight squad versus squad, be like 3-on-3 or 5-on-5, and everybody square up and just fight.
Are
Really?
you serious?
Yeah.
Almost like. Have you seen the MMA teams that are like that? It was kind
Yeah.
of like that.
Yeah, kind of like that, but it was 1 versus 1. You couldn't gang up. Like there was no ganging up. It was like the best, like the 3 fighters that won for their side, then that side won, kind of thing.
God, men are so stupid. It's
so
like what makes us, what drives us to do that?
Dude,
Yeah, I
it was
guess.
boredom, man. It was like, especially in basic training, it's like it's like, oh, let's just invite the other squad from across the hall over, and we'll just have.
Isn't it? It's just that's interesting. It's just funny that we're like, there's this manliness that, like, it's not just, hey, let's have them over and play some cards. It's like, let's see who's tougher. Let's see who's tougher tonight.
All in good fun. Like,
but I can relate with it more with Richard because, like, hey, like when you're over there and you're in basic and stuff, how bored are you guys? You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there are no cards. You're not playing cards. Like
Yeah, really.
You're just sitting there staring at each other, right?
You know what you're doing. You're writing a letter, or you're just kind of talking to somebody, and that's really the gist of what you're doing.
Wow.
It's almost like prison. Like it's like prison.
So you'd sneak the other unit over, and the bathroom was soundproof, so you'd have a guy or two just guarding the bathroom to make sure no idiot goes in there.
That's dangerous, dude. Just in the bathroom, though, like nobody ever got their head smashed on something.
No. I think the worst thing that happened was, it wasn't with the fight thing. There was a guy named Smoke, and he would always sneak out at night, and he would steal stuff from the cafeteria. And this dude would literally go to the cafeteria and steal a whole pie and sell the pie by piece.
Oh, God.
And of course, you got a bunch of 16, 18-year-olds with nothing but money and basic. So they're buying pie for like $10. So this dude could go steal a whole pie and make
$100 off it.
And so he would get caught though. And so on occasion he'd get caught. And finally, this dude was like, "Look, man, I'm tired of getting smoked at night. So you can make $100. Can you?"
Yeah, no kidding.
That? And Smoke was like, "Nah, man. I'm making money." And next thing I knew, this dude uppercut this guy, and he broke his jaw, like just one single just doop, and that was it. And then so Smoke has to go to the infirmary, and because of that, like if you have to go to the infirmary and you miss a few days, you have to stay past what your end date would have been, because you have to complete your training. Mm-hmm. And so anyways, so we all went downstairs that morning, and the drill sergeant was like, he's like, "What happened to Smoke?" And everybody was kind of quiet, and he was like, "Look, either somebody tell me what the fuck happened to Smoke, or all of y'all are gonna get fucked."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And by that is like, we were all gonna have to do exercises for like 2 hours, 3 hours straight. And finally, someone was like, "Drill sergeant, Smoke was messing around in the bathroom, and he was running, and he slipped and fell and hit his head on the sink, and I think he broke his jaw." And drill sergeant looked at him and said, "Really?" And the private was like, "Yeah." And then drill sergeant looked at everybody, was like, "Is what he said true?" And like in unison, like everybody's like, "Yes, drill sergeant." And
oh my gosh,
that was it.
That's it,
man. That's crazy.
Like, so Smoke came back with his jaw wired shut, and he never did it again. So
that's
shout
crazy.
Out to Smoke.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of like, I don't know how I want to word this, but kind of like loose cannons in the military, like people that really?
Yeah, there was one dude. He came in, I want to say the first time we got live fire rounds. Or no, it was just before we were about to get our first live fire rounds. Because you start with empty, ammo, because they got to weed out the psychos. And so he looks at the sergeant that's like helping him. And he looks at the sergeant, is like, "When I get my first live fire ammo, I'm gonna kill you."
Oh my God.
Gone. Just like
gone.
Freaking wackos, dude. They were, and not all of them were that extreme, but dude, you knew
that's scary.
stay away from Unit D or Delta. Like you knew, like because some of those guys, some guys are just they get into the military because it's that or jail for them.
Yeah.
So
do you see such individuals used for dangerous tasks?
I mean, I don't know if I would say used, but I mean they'd volunteer happily for it because it's just like it's
they're just not there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, who wants to go do this crazy ass thing? And fuck yeah,
God, dude, it's so wild to me, man. Just the whole, I mean, just to think about how young everyone is when they join the military, like it was
surprising to me because even as an 18-year-old, I was older than 80-90% of the unit.
Really?
The 18-year-old in basic, because what they do is they get these kids when they're 16 or 17 and say, hey, if you finish your basic during the summer, right? So go back and finish your senior, and then you come back and you just have to do your AIT, and then you're done. Instead of having to do, I don't know,
all of it after
20 weeks straight, you could just do 9 weeks, go to high school, and then come back and do your 12 weeks, and then you're shipped off instead of having to do weeks straight here. So, and plus you get your money, right, for basic. So now you're getting paid by the military. And depending upon what you're doing, like if you're in the Guard, you'll get paid your monthly stipend still.
And for some of those people, it's a lot of money.
It was a lot of money, dude. Like I remember my bank account, like because I was pretty much homeless before I went.
Wow,
it was more money than I had ever seen. Like for me, it was either join the military or be homeless. So I was like, let's join the freaking military. So
yeah,
and I almost feel like they search for that like demographic. You know what I'm saying? People that really need it.
Yeah, there's a lot of country people. I'll tell you that in my unit, a lot of country people from Indiana, a lot of rustlers.
Yeah. I mean, I can see that. And I feel like most of the people I know that went into military I think about David Benninger. It's a guy from high school. He went to the Marines, but he was just. It's like I always saw like he was just wired differently. Like he was such a. He was a great wrestler and good football player, but like when he went to the Marines, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like he's a little crazy, but also really smart. It's just So I don't know. It's definitely a good path to go. If you can get out of there without head trauma and there's a lot there, man.
You for sure gotta dodge some shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Like bullets.
Yep.
I know. I won't go too much into it because I really didn't get that far into it. But I sent you guys that link with Tim Kennedy talking about going to Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's. I love hearing from those people because they'll tell you the truth. And he was talking about like what was making him sick is like, I guess the way the media covers it, and talking about how babies were being handed over the border. And he goes, that's the picture they show you is these hands transporting these babies. He goes, that's not what's happening. He goes, you got parents literally trying to throw their babies over this fence and most of them not making it. He's like 1 out of 10 kid was making it over these walls because the Bob, it's just the most like devastating stuff that you hear, but he was like, that's what he just basically was saying. Is like the media doesn't show you like how bad it is, It's sad.
Yeah, it's terrible. I don't, it's one of those things where we've had thousands of troops die over there.
Yeah.
It's like no joke. But then when we pull out and 13 troops die, now Joe Biden's an asshole. It's like, dude, we've had thousands of troops die over there in the past 20 years and no one said a freaking word. No one said a word. So yeah, it is heavily politicized and it's media driven. Now these 13 are the face of Afghanistan. Let's forget about the others.
Yeah. And, and then what, but I think even Tim kind of referenced to that. It's like, that was the news, the 13, and we're over it. That was last month's news or earlier this month's news. Like that's it, guys. Yeah. And it's like, well, hold on, there's still a whole lot going on over there, so I don't know, man. It's hard. I know if Trump was in office, he would have got blamed. If Biden's in office, he's going to get blamed. Like, it just, I don't,
I think whoever was in office would have got blamed, because I think all of them wanted to pull out.
Yeah.
Somebody just had to do it. Somebody just had to do it, right?
Yeah.
Just had to rip that Band-Aid off. So it was going to be damned if you do on whoever it was.
Yeah. Yep, probably so.
For sure.
All right, boys, is that it?
Are we winding down?
I am. I think so. Go eat some more of that sugary stuff.
I think Blake's going on a sugar crush.
Yeah, that's probably what's happening.
He goes straight crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, if you want me to take out the R. Kelly thing for I will, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
What, we can cancel R. Kelly.
We can cancel.
We gotta cancel R. Kelly before we cancel Blake.
You should just add the word "not" in there. We are not okay with R. Kelly or whatever it is he says.
What'd you say we could do to R. Kelly, Kevin?
I said we can cancel R. Kelly.
All right, thank you. I got the bit.
Yeah, we can cancel R. Kelly.
There you go.
Next is canceling Blake.
Blake,
hey man,
dude, I've been trying that for the past 3 years.
I've done well.
Since we started this.
The comment about wanting to see the pictures was like, all right, well, let's.
Oh. I'm just, men are like, well, let me check her out. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to pee on her. I just wanted to.
I wasn't trying to pee on her.
I don't think that's okay, regardless of the age, my friend.
Dude, no, it's so crazy. It's like this is like the last thing I'd want to do. I mean, that's just a level of dominance. Like, that's someone that wants to dominate someone. It's just, ugh.